Zacks rank buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks rank buys. Let's find out which way the momentum is headed on a couple of more stocks with Mike Vodicka, our momentum stock analyst, strategist, general all-around momentum person at Zacks.com. You've got a couple of recognizable names here.
Yes, I do.
This time around. Fairly large companies, Ford Motor being one of them, F the ticker symbol.
Yeah, not many companies have the single letter ticker symbol. So
you've arrived as a company when you've got that single letter in your ticker.
Yeah, it's a big deal. They've been around for over 100 years now. Ford was started in 1906, and it's a big company. Everyone knows that. $40 billion market cap. But the real story with Ford is kind of the turnaround thing that they've been experiencing for the last couple of years. Ford was actually one of the few domestic auto makers that didn't get a government bailout. That's really helped the company in terms of public sentiment, public opinion. They recently reported first quarter results, and we're seeing some of that momentum that they captured in the turnarounds to carry on on a longer term basis. Revenue was up 13% from last year to $28 billion, and they also had the nice earnings surprise of 46 cents, and that was 48% ahead of the Zacks consensus estimate. So nice production on both sides. A little bit more detail on the quarter. They saw the North America division was really strong. Their pre-tax operating profit was up $1.9 billion to $1.2 billion. They also saw strength out of Europe. Europe was really strong for them too. And their credit division was good too. The credit markets have been a little bit shaky. Consumers are under pressure right now, so they saw a nice uptick in their credit business too. Okay. So hitting hard on all fronts.
Yeah.
The company's balance sheet continues to improve. They got about $3 billion in cash, and they paid down $15 billion of long-term debt. They do have a debt load of $130 billion now, but their operating profits will help trim that down moving forward. In terms of the estimates here, we've seen some nice revisions in estimates. The current year is up 35 cents in the last month to $1.35. That's a big revision right there. The next year estimate's up 20 cents to $1.62, so analysts are looking for 20% earnings growth next year. That's a solid number also. And the valuation picture looks great. It's only trading at 8 times forward earnings, and its peers are trading at about 25 times.
Stock price?
And share price. What we've seen on shares here is recently we hit a multi-year high at $14. We're trading right about 12 right now, so we're not on the high, but we're pretty close, so definitely have some nice upward momentum.
All right. And what about this other one that you wrote about recently, in fact, just on June 1st, Whole Foods Market, WFMI, the ticker symbol.
Yeah, a lot of our listeners may be familiar with Whole Foods, but it's basically just an organic high-end grocery store. And Whole Foods, they kind of struggled in the economic recession of 2008, 2009 because consumers were pulling back. So they made some strategic adjustments, focused on some more value-oriented products. And since then, again, another company that's kind of turned it around. They reported first quarter results on May 12th, and they had revenue was up 13% from last year. It's a nice revenue gain. They had the nice earnings surprise of 12%, and they have an earnings surprise of 18% now over the last 4 quarters, so that definitely gives validity to the turnaround story with Whole Foods. Their CEO, John Mackey, said it's the best quarter that they've had in a couple years. That's kind of impressive. Their operating cash flow is really strong too. It was $181 million, and they used that to fund. They opened 3 new stores at a cost of $52 million, and they have a pretty good cash position of about $726 million.
Okay.
Moving on to the estimates picture, we've also seen upward movement in estimates too. The current year is up 13 cents to $1.37, and the next year estimate is up 16 cents to $1.58. So we have a nice growth projection there.
Yep. What about stock price?
And then the last piece of the puzzle is the share price, and we recently saw shares hit a multi-year high at $43, so the momentum is really strong right now with Whole Foods.
Do you own either of these two?
No, I don't.
All right, check out more Zacks Rank Buy stock pick ideas for yourself on our homepage at Zacks.com, especially if you're not watching this video from our homepage. Upper right-hand corner, that's where we put 4 new stock pick ideas for you daily, 1 in each of the investing categories, like momentum, Mike's category, that we write about on Zacks.com. With Mike Vodicka, I'm Terry Ruffalo.